You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, YNR fans. It's Belynda from Soap Dirt, and I've got your weekly Young and the Restless prediction edition. I've got 3 sizzling hot predictions that are firmly rooted in confirmed YNR spoilers. I'm not just pulling these out of left field. I promise these are all based in good, solid spoilers issued from the network. I've got a prediction for Nick and Sally. I have another for Victor, Adam, and Nate. And I have one last one for Tucker, Diane, and Jack. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our YNR updates. And now let's dig in with our first prediction. Nick Newman tosses Sally Spectra back, just like he did Chelsea. So do you guys remember when Mark Grossman was first cast as Adam, and when they brought Chelsea back on, she had been with Nick before, but then I don't remember if they pushed her to recurring or she wanted to leave for a while. At any rate, they basically wrote Chelsea out, and then she came back when Melissa Claire Egan came back when Mark Grossman came back, and they had her married to this rich older guy, Calvin Boudreaux, complete with outrageous New Orleans accent. And after Calvin dropped dead and left her a fortune, which was very fortunate, then Chelsea started dating Nick again. But in the end, Nick kept seeing her attraction, her draw, the fact that she couldn't stop thinking about Adam. And in the end, he cut her loose and said, you know what? I know you want to go be with him. Just go be with him. Of course, that was to free him up to do other things. And, Adam and Chelsea didn't end up working out, but still, he let her go because he saw that's where her eye was. Nick is once again in this spot. Sally clearly still loves Adam, even while she's pushing Adam back when he's just pressing her too hard and he's kind of, for my money, being a little too creepy right now. Nonetheless, she does like Nick, and she did throw him the bone of, oh, I feel love for you, but I'm not in love with you. That's a consolation prize. Come on. So it's just not the same thing. When you have Nick and Sally, you've got a spark. When you've got Sally and Adam, you've got a flame. It's like spark versus flame, creek versus river. It's nice. And then the other one is just, a tsunami of emotion. That's where I see Sally and Adam being superior to Sally and Nick, who primarily seem to function to fool around together. And that's most of the basis of their relationship that I see when I look at it. So this week's Monday spoilers say that Sally cannot stop thinking about that kiss with Adam. And then she pictures herself kissing him again and Nick seeing them. And so then she's just overwhelmed with guilt. So Sally decides to tell Nick, and then some more official spoilers for the week have Nick then turning to Sharon for advice. And spoilers from the magazine say that Nick is at his breaking point. Is that with Adam? Is that with Sally? Is it with the whole Adam-Sally situation? So I just wonder if Nick is going to just be tired of trying to convince Sally to love him, and he might just let her go the same way that he did Chelsea. Wouldn't that be wild? Everybody's been wanting this Adam and Sally reunion, but I think if Nick just let her go and said, go be with him, I actually don't think she would run to Adam's door. So even with that, I think it would still be a twisted path for her and Adam, which I think is very interesting and very soapy, and clears the path for Nick and Sharon once we shove Chance over on Summer. So we just have to do a little bit of rearranging, and then we're going to get the couples that we all want. All right, our second prediction is that Victor weaponizes Adam against Nate. So Victor basically handed Adam over to Nate to work as his flunky, as his assistant, and that was last week. And then Monday official spoilers have Nate laying down some ground rules with Adam. First, he's saying, I'm going to hire another assistant and pay them to do work I can't trust you with. says, he doesn't trust Adam to do anything. And Adam, meanwhile, is kind of being sarcastic. Like when he gets Nate coffee on Monday and it's like, let me know how you like your coffee, boss. And Nate's hackles are all up because he's been listening to Victoria's nonsense about Adam. She would blame Adam for rain on a particular day. It's insane. As a matter of fact, on Monday, she tries to blame Adam for what is happening between her and Victor and him taking the CEO seat. And Victor's like, no, do not try and blame Adam for this. But she tries. It's, global warming, Adam's fault, anything like that, Adam's fault. So I definitely think Victor wants to give Adam this chance. Adam wants to earn Victor's respect. He seems very committed to it. And Adam tells Nate, look, Victor assigned me to you. We are stuck with each other. So you could think that Victor handed Adam over to Nate to mess with Adam. I don't think so. I think it's to mess with Nate and maybe also Victoria. Maybe Victor wants Adam with Nate to make his life harder, to keep him from screwing them over the way he screwed over his own family over at Chancellor Winters. Or maybe Victor wants Adam to spy on Nate or try and find a way to get Victoria away from the guy to make Nate look worse in her eyes, something like that. It's definitely more about Nate than Adam, in my opinion. So I definitely think that Victor's marching orders to Adam are going to have a lot to do with sabotaging or exposing Nate. All right, our third and final prediction is about Tucker. Yes, he's aiming at Jabot, but I actually think he might have another target, and that could be Jack and Diane's marriage. I have some reasons for saying this, but hey, if you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. And if you enjoy our predictions, definitely click a like and drop your comments below. If you agree where you think they're going, or if you disagree with me, that's fine too. I love having these conversations. I read all your comments, so definitely leave them for me. I appreciate you guys having this conversation with me. So Tucker told Audra he wants to take Jabot from the Abbotts because Ashley picked her family over him. But I'm just wondering if Tucker has a second target because he's already doing the embezzlement thing as a way to distract them from what seems to be his secret real plot that we haven't heard about. And he was grousing to both Audra and Phyllis separately about selling his company to be with Ashley, to start their company, how he lost his wife, his company, all their plans. He's just butthurt all around. So maybe taking Jabot is not enough. Will Tucker also take aim at Jack and Diane and try wrecking their marriage? There's just a ton of spoilers for the next couple weeks about Tucker's bad behavior, about plans he reveals, about Billy having to threaten him, Diane having to make an important decision, and I think there's another one about Jack deciding they may need to use Phyllis against him. There's just a ton of spoilers that tie to this. None specifically say Tucker's coming after their marriage, but since he lost Ashley, basically because he threw a big, giant, fat temper tantrum, I wonder if he is going to try and wreck Jack and Diane's marriage because he blames Ashley choosing Jack over him on the reason his marriage fell apart. So can Jack and Diane's new marriage endure an assault by Tucker? Could he find a way to drive them apart? I wonder. Hey guys, thanks for listening. Drop your comments below. This has been Belynda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.